You are not an observer separate from reality. You are an inseparable participant in its formation. Good and evil, therefore, are not independent qualities waiting externally to be chosen. They are states of coherence or decoherence in your field of consciousness, quantum states of perception, belief, and intent. Each interaction you experience is a quantum event, not predetermined but probabilistic, awaiting your observation, interpretation, and response. In the quantum field of psychological experience, evil manifests as entanglement with disorder, a collapse into patterns of incoherence. Each traumatic event, each hurt, is not merely emotional damage, but a quantum disruption. If you allow your internal field to remain entangled with disorder, you begin to resonate with it. Soon, your responses will collapse toward perpetuating that disorder outward, affecting your reality and those around you. This is the quantum equivalent of being overcome, the loss of coherence and agency, as your inner world shifts towards resonance with destructive interference patterns. However, quantum psychology offers profound clarity. Your response is always a quantum act of observation and interpretation, and this act contains immense power. When you face evil or disorder, you stand at a quantum crossroads, a superposition of possibilities. If you react unconsciously, guided by pain, resentment, or retaliation, your quantum state collapses toward reinforcing disorder, multiplying the entanglement, perpetuating patterns of suffering and discord. But what if you pause consciously at this moment of choice, aware that your decision reshapes reality itself? When you consciously choose coherence, responding not with reactionary patterns, but with intention, clarity, and purposeful alignment, you initiate quantum coherence. Goodness, from the quantum psychological perspective, is coherence, the intentional alignment of thought, emotion, and behavior toward constructive interference, harmony, and higher-order structure. This is not merely moral instruction, it is quantum mechanics at the level of consciousness. To overcome evil with good means to intentionally induce coherence in the face of decoherence. Instead of being reactive nodes, you become quantum repatterners, actively shifting probability toward higher-order harmonics. You stop collapsing into pre-existing destructive narratives and instead consciously generate new quantum realities. Now, recognize clearly, evil thrives in cycles of unconscious collapse. Retaliation, bitterness, justification, these are states of quantum blindness, repetitive loops of collapsing into decoherent outcomes. Quantum psychology urges you to disrupt these unconscious loops through conscious observation. By holding your awareness in an expanded quantum state, free from immediate reactive collapse, you gain the freedom to deliberately select coherence over chaos. This is not mere optimism or positive thinking, it is the application of quantum observation. You become the conscious observer who intentionally selects from the quantum field, shifting possibilities, dissolving disorder, and transforming the psychological field itself. Moreover, pain is recognized as raw quantum data, energy waiting to be consciously transformed. If you allow it to collapse unconsciously into identity, pain crystallizes into distorted quantum patterns, projecting disorder outwardly. But if you consciously observe your pain without collapsing prematurely, holding it in an open, coherent state, you perform a psychological quantum alchemy. Pain ceases to be identity and becomes information, energy you consciously reorganize, transmute, and integrate into coherence. Ultimately, quantum psychology reveals the profound responsibility inherent in your consciousness. Your every choice influences reality. The quantum psychological adept understands the weight and wonder of this truth. Reality is continually co-created by the quality of your observation and the coherence of your responses. You do not merely exist in reality, you continually select and shape it. Thus, do not fear evil as an external force. Rather, fear unconscious collapse into disorder. Instead, strive always toward conscious coherence. For each conscious choice to respond from harmony, each quantum decision made from coherence reshapes reality itself, displacing evil not through direct conflict but by literally collapsing a new possibility of order and goodness into being.